Howdy everybody, welcome back to another Cruise with Smooth. Had this idea for a show a couple nights ago. How bad do you want it? Before I get into kind of my thoughts on this topic, don't forget to rate, share, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all that stuff. I'd love to hear from you on stuff that you'd like to hear my opinion on. It could be something I've talked about that you want a little more detail, something I've not talked about, something I don't even know anything about, and I wouldn't mind doing the research. Trying to figure out how to say this without getting into the details. I don't like calling people out. A few years back I found a song called How Bad Do You Want, and it's talking about chasing after success in the music or trucking industry, depending on how you look at it. Anyway, that said, I get it. If there's something that you're after, be it success, possessions, vacations, family, whatever, how bad do you want it? What would you do legally to get it? You know, I've always kind of had the fairly typical American dream of a family, house, and being able to do fun stuff on the weekends and not have to stress over finances. And I'm about 2/3 of the way there. Brakes in the middle of the road. Okay. I swear. I'm getting grumpy. Anyway, you know, there's some people that I've seen over the years that talk about wanting this, that, or the other, being able to do a this, that, and the other. And there's nothing wrong with it. Really, there's not. But you hear them talk about what they want or what they are hoping to achieve, and then you watch their overall attitude in life appear to be very uncaring toward reaching that. And it gets old to hear them, well, I'm going to get a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then you watch them not take a step towards hitting their goals. And then you just got to hear the same old sad stories over and over and over. I'm not going to talk about me in this. I'm going to talk about my wife. So, not sponsored. But a pretty decent energy drink. So, story on this, I got to rewind about 5 years. That was when my youngest was born, about 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. My wife and I were right when we got pregnant with her, we were both very broke. She was very unemployed, and we were just barely scraping by. Well, when my youngest was born, that put us over the seating capacity of my current car. So we took tax money, and I ended up getting a better job, and we went and bought a older cheap SUV that turned out to be the biggest hunk of junk I've ever owned, and I have since gotten rid of it after putting just a couple thousand miles on it. I didn't even have to change oil in this thing. I changed the oil in it when I bought, like the day I bought it, and I didn't have to change the oil in it again. That's how few miles I got to put on it. Well, anyway, ever since then, it has been a goal of ours to get her a new mommy mobile. We bought something cheap a year or two ago that has a boatload of miles on it. Bought it from a family member. It's reliable, but boatload of miles on it, old, has problems, and a goal has always been to get her something late model to drive. Well, we've taken steps toward and steps back from that and hit speed bumps that are whatnot that were completely out of our control. The past few months have been interesting to say the least. We were making headway, and then, without going into detail, a thing happened. For Pete's sake. We hit a roadblock, and long and short, she ended up having to quit her job to help deal with this external situation, and then that put us back kind of almost at square one on getting her something to drive. Well, now she's got a new job. She just started this week, as a matter of fact. It was a job where she did have to take a pre-employment test, so she had to do a week of paid study for the test. And she'll be getting paid in another week or two. I forget exactly how they're, like what dates they get paid on. Get right past this joker. Cylinder. Anyway, she started a new job this week, and she texted me earlier today. She did pass her test, so she's gonna start actually doing the hands-on aspect of it, not the classroom stuff, next week. So we're both excited about that. She's excited to be learning something new and different, and it involves utilities. And her grandfather used to be a lineman, and him and her were pretty tight when she was a teen. Anyway, her and I kind of have a relatively short-term game plan. It's not about 3 months. Most creditors want you to have 3 months of tenure at a job before they will lend you money, and her company has a 3-month probation, and it's pretty tight. No AWOLs, no trouble, no nothing like that. So I'd like her to get past her 90 days as well before we go looking into getting a car. But also during that time, we're going to be trying to put a chunk of her paycheck back so that we have down payment money to get a lower payment. But we've been talking off and on about what she wants. I'm more technically minded than her, and I know what vehicles are good and bad. So what she's wanting in a vehicle, which ones I know are good, the good and bad and ugly of different types of vehicles. So I've scratched some of those off of the list, or certain options are off the list. And we kind of have a game plan on when we're going to get this done, provided that she stays employed and likes her job. Because I don't want her to end up stuck there if it's something that she doesn't think she can handle. But anyway, that was just, it's irritating to me when someone talks about wanting the thing but then not taking any steps towards getting there. And I've been guilty of it. I've been guilty of it too. And there are times that I've wanted things but been unable to take a step just due to the entire situation where I find myself in life. So it's strive for what you're after. Don't just want it. You know, be willing to put in that little overtime or that side hustle. I talked about that. The side hustle is real. That extra overtime, the side hustle, the grind to get what you're after. I see a lot of people that aren't really willing to do that, and it irks me. Anyway, I guess that's the gist of what I got for today. I remember where I was getting ready to go. One of the things my wife, since her and I've been together, she's been employed more places than I have, but also been unemployed for a bit. And that's somewhat due to life giving her a rough hand to play. Which, you know, there's nothing that she can really do about that. That just was what it was. But she never stopped trying, and there was one time that she got a job, but with the cost of daycare and what she was making, it made 0 sense for her to actually go to work. By the time you figure her transportation costs, both of us were working kind of long hours, so she was eating lunches on the run. And daycare, she was putting her entire paycheck into just the privilege of going into work, so it made more sense for her to stay home, because at least then she got to be with the kids versus paying someone else to watch them for zero profit. And that's just due to the age of the kids. They're older now. The majority of them are in school. Daycare's not expensive, for those of you that don't know, as kids get older. So it is cheaper to have older kids for childcare's sake. Well, but she's always been wanting to go back to work, just kind of waiting on the time to do so. And thankfully, while waiting, I was blessed with a good job that could take care of the necessities in the meantime. Well, that's kind of the gist of what I got today, folks. I hope y'all are having a good day. Be safe out there. Take care. Thanks for tuning in for another Cruise with Smooth. Again, all the things, more cowbell. Like, share, comment, rate, subscribe. Come on. Traffic's a little heavy today. Anyway, hope y'all are having a good day. Again, I'm hoping GoPro this month or next month, so give y'all a little bit better of a camera angle of this beautiful face. Y'all take care.